teachers and tutors. Now let's consider the contemporary relevance of 1984. What are the everyday manifestations in the world societies where we can see the themes of 1984 reverberating? Okay, so we have the Chinese Communist Party, Russia Stalin, alright, and then there are certain societies that are lacking in democracy. There's no freedom of speech or expression. And there are deviants or non-conformists who are arrested. There's also moral panics that are being orchestrated and staged in the newspapers. Alright, and then they threaten the masses that we might lose our economic prosperity. The government always threatens the masses that we might lose our economic prosperity if we allow such threats to our social fabric to emerge. And then in such societies, okay, there are a lot of moral panic staged to win legitimacy and political votes for the ruling party. If they vote for the opposition parties, then chaos would ensue. Now we have to look at the distinction between the labelers versus the labeled. Who labels these non-conformists as deviant? Who has the power? It is an issue of power differentials. Who has the power to label and who are the powerless who are labeled? And then we have to look at the tight surveillance via the numerous cameras that we have. And then these societies also need to have opposition parties that are not given much voice in the elections. And then there's also a lot of physical control. Alright, a lot of the penal codes or the punishments, the punitive measures are very physically very stringent. And then there are a lot of National Day speeches and parades that serve as mass propagandist tools. And then there's a lot of psychological control as well. Alright, as I mentioned, that take place in the newspapers, and a lot of these pamphlets that are printed by the ruling elites. And then there are detainees that are sent on political exile. Okay, as in the case of Brave New World, we have political exiles like Bernard and Helmholtz Watson. So similarly, we have certain fictional characters who are also sent on exile. So in real life too, we have political prisoners. And who is the big brother of these sort of societies? Alright, and then they use defamation suits as punishments. And these defamation suits where younger generations are actually quite politically apathetic, such as Julia. And then the media, the mass media, has put in place certain censorship boards to censor politically subversive thoughts in the mass media. And then basically these sorts of current happenings would testify to the contemporary relevance of utopian dystopian works like 1984, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess, etc. So basically we need to also use our young people's fiction such as Animal Farm and by George Orwell, and read it in its socio-historical and political context so as to better appreciate its contemporary relevance. Thank you.